Good morning, everyone. Hello, hello, and happy Wednesday to everyone. Let's see who's here. Oh, goodness, there's coffee and donuts in the chat. Lucky you guys. Let's see. So Terie is here, Georgina, Vicky, Beverly, Andrea, Honor, Lisa, Dawn. Oh, it's blustery and blowing in South Dakota today. Yeah, Lisa brought the smiles, the coffee, and the donuts. My goodness, there's Lisa Marie. Amanda's here. Good morning to you. Good morning to everyone. Honor saying hello. Everyone's saying hello. Let's see who else. Who have I missed? Richard is here from Rhode Island. Good to see everyone. Honor says we're all in our places with bright shining faces. You sound like a kindergarten teacher, Honor. Hi, Joy. Good morning. She says good morning from Texas. Well, good morning to each and every one of you from northern Maine, where it is 72 degrees, which I think is about 21 degrees Celsius. Could be wrong by 1 or 2. I could be wrong altogether. You know. Lisa says the wrenches are all accounted for now for our fearless leader. Okay. So, can everyone hear me okay? I guess it's probably a good time to ask. I'll wait to hear that before I go any further. Hi, Emily. Emily's here and says hello. Terie wants to have candy for breakfast. My. Always wanting something different. Oh, Lisa put sprinkles on Terie's donuts, she says. 71 and cloudy where Terie is. Thank you, Terie. Okay, and Lisa says can hear and see. Thank you, ladies, so much. All right, so first of all, to my wrench holders, my wonderful admins, my moderators, the gang, the girls, we all love them and we all appreciate them more than they will ever know. Okay? Oh, good morning, Laura Lynn. I'm so happy you dropped in. Yeah, we're just getting started. Good morning, Katie Krafts. Okay, so where have I been? Gonna try not to cry here, okay? Had a lot going on. My mom is 91, and I woke up Thursday morning, which was my birthday. I woke up at 1 o'clock. My phone was on silent next to the bed. I woke up and stood up, and my phone lit up. No sound, just lit up. And my mom had had a heart attack. She was transferred in the night to a bigger hospital, a medical center. And she's been really sick. It went way beyond a heart attack. She's had infections and she's been very sick. So I have basically sat by my phone and cried all week, inconsolable. So I haven't replied to emails. I haven't replied to comments. I haven't done anything until this morning. I got a picture last night. She looked so much better than she did, and so I'm really thankful. But I didn't want you guys to just think I had just dropped off and was being rude. I couldn't make a meal. I couldn't get out of my own way. I was just really upset. So I wanted to be honest with you and let you know that's where I've been. That's kind of how it's been since 1 a.m. on Thursday. So that's where we're at. Let me catch up on the chat. Oh, Eleanor says good morning from British Columbia. Oops, I missed some here. Oh, Donnell is here. Hey, Marie, Mods, and everyone in the chat. Well, hello to you. Oh, Andrea says the elastic arrived. It took the long way around. Well, I'm glad you got it. I kind of forgot about it with everything going on. I've had it's been crazy here. I couldn't even tell you guys how crazy it's been. Even beyond what I just said, it's been crazy. Let's see. And Honor said good morning to all the YouTube supporters. Laura Lynn showing some love, sending big hugs. Thank you. And yes, Mama's doing okay this morning. Yeah, she is. Thank you, Donnell. Amanda, everyone, Spaniard. Yes, thank you, everyone. I'll get too emotional if I read too many more, so I'm going to skip that and say thank you very much to each and every one of you. Okay, my Spotlight channel this week. I was having a pretty bad day the other day, and Terie, our own SewTerie, she had donated some dresses. I'd seen her video, which is linked down below in the description box. She made, I can't remember, it's 32 or 34, she would have to say, dresses for a project called Project Dress-A-Girl. Now, if you've never heard of this, the long and short of it is you donate dresses who go to children, to little girls who really need the clothing, okay? There's more to it than that. And our Spotlight channel is one that Terie shared with me last week, because not only does Terie have a video that's listed down below in the description box showing all the dresses she donated, but where she sent them is a woman who has a channel, okay? And it's called Madi Sews, okay? And I put her channel as well as a link to a playlist that she has and a direct link to the video that Terie had shared with me when I was having a really rough day, and I sat there and I watched this wonderful lady open all these dresses that people had made and donated, and if that doesn't do your heart good, I don't know what would. So all that is listed below, but I'd like to say that our own Terie is a rock star. She did that. That's awesome. And she's going to make some little girls very, very happy with the beautiful dresses, as are all the other ones who donated as well. All right, and Jill is here. She says, just realized what time it is. Hello, Brenda and June. Yeah, Cheryl, so glad to see you. Well, I'm glad to see you too. I think I see you out there. You're out on the left. Thank you, June. Everyone, I really appreciate it. Joy T is here. Let's see, Deb is here. Hi, Deb. Okay, so like I said, those links are below, as well as Terie's are below, and I will catch up on the comments and the emails and things as I can. I did do a few emails today. It's just everything seems overwhelming. I tried sewing one day. I'm going to tell you guys about that in a minute, but anyway. So, okay, so last Thursday was my birthday. I turned the big 6-0, and my husband had said, just, you know, because we don't make a big deal out of birthdays, you know, order what you want for your birthday. So this is what I got for my birthday. I got, because this is the tour, I saw them in 1984, and on the back of it, it has the tour date as well as where they played. So it shows the Cumberland County Civic Center in Portland, Maine on the back, and I think it was August 10th, if I remember right. So yeah, and yes, Terie is awesome. You guys are going to be so impressed with the dresses that she made. So not only did she make those dresses, but she's got me excited, believing that I could possibly sew one of these types of dresses. And you know, so I think it's something that they push for in September from what I heard about it, but you know, it is what it is. Thank you everyone for all the birthday wishes on Facebook. I realized that when my birthday came and the bottom fell out of my world, I didn't go back in and reply, so I apologize, but I will get to it as soon as I can, I promise. But thank you everyone. I appreciate your thoughtfulness. So what else has been going on? Just, I tell you, when it rains it pours, right? I had to have a test yesterday, and I don't have the results yet, but I had what's called a PVR, and it is is it peripheral? Anyway, they measure the blood pressure in your legs, because my legs go numb every time I sit down, and I get itchy and my feet get cold, so I have like no circulation. So I had to have that test done, and they said probably 2 days before my doctor's office would know. But of course my doctor left and moved back to Ireland, so I'm in between providers right now, so I'm not sure how that's going to work, but fingers crossed that everything is going to be okay with that. But, you know, in all honesty, something's wrong. You know, because when you sit down and your legs just itch or you can't feel your feet, there's something wrong. You know, so, you know. Oh, Andrea says, I love your earrings. Thank you so much. Yeah, I always wear 4 different ones. I've been out in a few times. I had one elderly woman one time. She walked up to me and she goes, dear, and she taps me on the shoulder into the Walmart line. And she said, your earrings don't match, dear. They're different. And I said, yeah, I know. I said, I actually planned it that way. I didn't want to make her feel bad. So, but thank you. I actually got some new earrings that I bought for myself. Well, not bought for myself, but like I said, my husband said to order what I wanted for my birthday. So I got my Aerosmith t-shirt, and I bought another t-shirt that says Be Kind, and I got some autumn leaf earrings. And they're kind of chintzy. I knew they would be because they're just plastic or whatever. But I'm only going to be wearing them in the autumn, so I didn't figure that, you know, it was a big thing. Oh, hi, Lisa. How are you? She says, hi, Marie, and all. She's lurking. Well, hello, hello. And Carla's here. She says, I am so happy to be almost on time. Well, that's good. That's good. We're glad that each and every one of you are here. Even those of you who are out there and not chatting. I know you're there. We all know it's a crowded room here. This sewing room is full. Okay. So, before I go any further, I want to say, I did try to sew last week, and I found something out. Now, first off, I want to say, personally, I have never bought any fabric from Temu, but I have some gorgeous fabric from Temu, and I will say the quality of it is gorgeous. The fabric itself is gorgeous. Now, these are like a Japanese print, and these were gifted to me. And I wanted to make a table runner. Well, I've been wanting to make a table runner. So one day I thought, okay, that's something simple I could do. I don't need all my faculties about me here. I can do this. And I started sewing them together. And I got about 8 of them together. And I laid them on the cutting table. And I'm like, whoa. It went, like if this was the line on the cutting mat, at the top it went way off over here, and it was on the other end, and then it was all cockeyed. So I will say the quality of the thickness of these fabrics and the prints themselves, I couldn't ask for any better. Just square them up before you use them. And this is not just Temu. This happened to me a little over a year ago. 2 of our daughters took a trip to Hawaii, and they bought a bunch of 4-inch squares that were just in stacks. And I know I've mentioned this before. They were not 4 inches. Some were like 3 7/8, 3 1/4, 4 1/4. Some of them were different side to side than they were up and down. So just be wary when you buy pre-cuts on the cheap. But I will say, I've laid these fabrics out, and they are so pretty. And like I said, the quality is good. They're not thin fabrics. They're very nice. It's just I had to take them apart and then square them up, but they are so pretty. Oh, let's see. Hi, Lukey. She says, hi, everyone. Having technical issues with YouTube this morning. Yikes. I need recommendations. I'd like to wrap my yardage on comic book boards. Where and what should I buy? Well, I did buy comic book boards, Lukey, but that's not what I used them for. I've been using them for my postcards because I just haven't gotten around to wrapping my fabrics yet. And Terie believes that I can sew dresses. My goodness, I got to get the fan put on here. And my sewing room is a mess, so you guys just have to bear with me today. Lukey, maybe someone will come on that has some, see, I can't even think of the word. I've had so very little sleep. I actually got more sleep last night than I have since Thursday. So some recommendations, there we go. And Fern says she has the same fabric. Isn't it gorgeous? Because when our oldest daughter was up, she was looking at it. It will be her and her husband's table runner, and she's like, oh, those are like gorgeous fabrics. And they are. But like I say, just, you know, just be careful because they look squared. Like when I looked at them, I didn't think a thing about it. I just started sewing them together, you know. Okay, yes, Honor, that's where I got mine too, Lukey, is I got them, I just typed in comic book boards on Amazon and bought the cheapest ones that I could get. Of course, you have to look at the amount in them, the number in them, because sometimes the lowest price isn't actually the lowest price. Terry says, we're coping with your scrappy room. Can you see mine? You'd cry, or you would just dive in. I'd dive in, Terry. I'd make myself right at home, don't you know? Don't you know? Okay, let's see. Who did I miss? Did I miss anyone? If I did, I apologize. All right. You guys want to see what my fingernails look like. They're a mess because I missed my nail appointment. I wasn't feeling well, and if I was sick with something that was catchy there a week ago, I didn't want to get anyone else sick. So I really needed my nails done, but I put off my appointment. And then this chickie, she made a big mistake. I took the toenail clippers and I clipped my fingernails. And there's a reason that you should not clip your acrylic nails. That's because then water gets in between your natural nail and your acrylic, and it causes, what's that? A fungus, is I guess what it is. All it looks like to me is it looks like I got a little tiny brown bruise under my fingernail on 2 nails. I did it to myself. So I made an appointment for Friday, but I don't think they're going to do them, but they'll know what I should do about this. I mean, I've Googled it. I pretty much know, but I want them to, they'll probably have to take off the rest of my nails and do all that, and I'll be sad because I've been getting my nails done for a while. I never used to. I had never done it, and then one day I'm like, I'm going to try some fake nails. All right, let's see. Honor says that's how she got hers, went on, and of course haven't used them yet. Yeah, I understand. Hi Maritza, good to see you. And let's see, oh, Carrie is here. She says, hi, happy belated birthday, Marie. Beautiful day today. I do like the fall season. My sewing room is kind of disorganized too, from Ontario. Yeah, well, see, I can't see yours, so I'll just say, I bet it looks good. We all think our rooms are a mess, but when someone else sees them. So, I'm going to give you guys the condensed version of this, but we had an issue with like the ceiling globe in our hallway, and that's right out that way. Basically, you get to the top of our stairs and there's a hall light, and it has a globe on it and has 3 little pins or clips, whatever you want to call them, that hold it on. Well, when one of them breaks, and it's only holding on by 2, it tends to fall, and fall it did. So I called maintenance, and one of our new maintenance people, I'll just use her first letter, which is K, they sent her over. Now, she had been here the day before because we had a yellow jacket nest outside, and when I went to the screen door and said, you know, they're getting in down there and I'm severely allergic, so I'm not coming outside, but that's where they are, she was looking at me, but I didn't know what to think, so I didn't think anything about it too much until the next day when she came to fix the light. Well, long story short, she's a subscriber. And when I first kind of opened the screen and told her where the yellow jackets were, she noticed my voice, but she couldn't place me. And we just thought it was so funny that she was a subscriber, because she said, all the way back to the shop, I was on my phone going, who is she? Who is she? We thought that was hilarious. So that was a little over a week ago. So, yeah. All right, so I thought that was funny and I'd share with you. Fern says, it's good to let the nails breathe. It is, but you know, I did it to myself. I know better than to clip, because the minute you get water, you know, even humidity, moisture can get in there. And I know you're supposed to use those acrylic nail files instead of clipping, but I was so far past my appointment that they were so long, it was awful. And I'm like, oh, I'll get right in. I didn't know something else was going to happen to prevent me from getting in there, but yeah. Lisa says, my sewing room is a corner of my bedroom. The space keeps growing. and growing. Yeah, it tends to have a tendency to do that. Okay, let me see. What do I have on this note to talk about? Okay, for anyone new, we do prizes and giveaways, and most weeks there's 2 drawings, but the first Wednesday of the month, which is not this week, but the first Wednesday of the month, we do 3. One is called the Creative Word of the Day, because each Wednesday that I do a live stream, I give you a creative word of the day. And when you use that in your comment, your name goes in the drawing. And you can live anywhere in the world and be in this drawing. Doesn't matter. It's just your prize may vary if you're outside the US because of shipping costs. And then we have the comment of the day, which wins you a postcard if your name is drawn. And I draw that every week. It can be anyone who leaves a comment. Doesn't matter where in the world you live. The only one that is exclusive to the US is using the word fabric in your comment puts you in the running for a fabric prize from My Fabric Addiction 1, who is ever so kind to sponsor the weekly fabric giveaway. But like I said, it's US only. Now, you can't have won anything in the last 90 days on my channel, okay? And also, you only have 1 week to get a hold of me. If it's after that week and I haven't heard from you, we just kind of keep going because it, you know. All right, let's see. So the creative word of the day today is autumn. Maybe you want to tell me about your autumn sewing, or maybe you're decorating your yard for autumn, or maybe you hate autumn, or you love autumn. You can do anything. You can even just type the word autumn. Oh, Millboro Quilter, South Dakota, good morning to you. We're glad to see you back again. Okay, I told you about the Japanese fabrics. My brain, I'm telling you, ever since my mom, my brain is just like on autopilot, and I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to get this far into a live stream, because it's like you're trying to function, and of course lack of sleep, and then emotions and things like that. But anyway, back to the rules. I meant to say, all of the rules for the prizes are in the description box below the video. So if you have any questions, you just go down there and you will find that. You will also find the links to Terry's Project Dress a Girl dress donation, to our Spotlight channel, and our previous Spotlight channels of the week. So there's always that. Now, I do want to say that I realize I normally would put out a tutorial by now. I haven't been in the frame of mind with everything going on to put out a tutorial. So whether I get it done this weekend is anyone's guess. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. That's about as much as I've got here. Hi, Kathy Walcott. Glad to see you. Oh, Pam is here. Hi, Pam Lambert. Chatting to people can help. It certainly can, yes. Kathy says, Marie, I received the fabric postcard I won, and I just love it. I'm still petting it. Thank you very much. Well, I'm glad you like it. Thank you so much. And I'm glad you liked it. That's awesome. That is awesome. So yeah, I really had plans on the horizon here for another back to school project. I had an autumn project. I've had all this stuff, but it's just like the bottom fell out of my world there. And so seeing a picture yesterday with her feeling a lot better has done my heart good, but I'm not going to say I'm not worried. Okay, so like I said, I know I don't have to apologize to you guys about not having a video, but I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll come on this weekend, do a live stream, or maybe I'll have a video, or maybe I won't. It's all so up in the air that I really don't know. But Jill says, Lisa, I share my bedroom with my sewing room, but I make it work. Yes, and you can. You know, I've told people for years, I would wait till the kids would go to bed and all their homework stuff. We had a trestle table that my husband built, the table and then the benches and everything, because we had 8 kids. So that's what we used. It was a great way to feed everyone at one big table and keep, you know, we had a chair on each end and then benches along both long sides of the table. But I would wait for them to go to bed and have all their homework, you know, all their books off the table, and I'd dig out my sewing machine every night, because that's when I sewed. And I think as long as we're determined that we can make anything work, if we have the determination that we want to sew, we're going to carve out some time, we're going to carve out some space, you know, because it just, you know, but, yeah. So, just for anyone who missed it, my mom had a heart attack. She had a stent put in the next morning. They then found pneumonia, and at first I thought it was MRSA, but it's MSSA infection. So she's been dealing with a lot at 91. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, and you know what? You know that, well, a lot of you will know it. I made a tutorial 2 years ago. It was my first fall on YouTube, and I had all kinds of projects going. One of them was an autumn table runner, which has been on our coffee table each autumn. We can't find it. Not even kidding. So I might have to make another one. You know what else I can't find? My autumn tote bag. So maybe I won't be making a tutorial. Maybe I'll just be soothing my soul by sewing and trying to, you know, keep going kind of thing. And yeah, as far as me not feeling well, that was probably the oddest thing in a long time. I started out the first 2 days, I just didn't feel like eating. You know, like if you think, oh, I want something to eat, I should be hungry, and you go to fix something and you're like, nah, that doesn't sound good. Nah, I don't think so. That's all it was. The first 2 days was, I don't think I want anything. But as always, I drink a lot of water. And Terie, you're making me look. Stop it. For anyone not reading, Terie says it's behind you on the table. Just kidding. Aw, thank you. Everyone giving me hugs and love. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. I really... Terie says, I use all of my dinette and 1/4 of the living room as my sewing area, and it's okay for me. Kathy Walcott, we're just glad you're feeling better. Thank you. A little bit late, can't stay long because work in the morning, nearly midnight here in Australia. It's so good to see you, though. You've been doing your yarn works, too. Andrea says, it's totally understandable. We love you, and most of us have been through days, weeks, months, and even years that we go through things that hinder our creative process. We support you. Thank you very much, everyone, for everything. Thank you, Jill. Yes. Oh, hi, Valerie. Joining late. We'll have to watch the beginning. Okay, that's awesome. Thank you, Valerie. Okay, so I can't find my autumn table runner, but speaking of table runners, and I know I just keep going from one subject to the other because my head's like, eh. The last What's Up Wednesday and this What's Up Wednesday, in the description box below the video is a bunch of videos that I have for autumn. There's an autumn table runner, autumn pillow, autumn purse. I don't know what it is. There's some there. So, RV quilt class. Well, hello. Is this your first time here? We're going to do the little happy dance. We're so glad that you're here. Cheryl says, hi, Marie. Glad to see you on. Well, hello, Sherry. We're glad you're here. Oh, I got married in the autumn, September, and this year is number 46. Oh, my goodness. Oh, her mom just turned 90 this past June. My mom turned 91 in June. Yeah, hugs and prayers. She says, well, thank you. Hi, Fran. Oh, my goodness, everybody's here. Goodness, goodness. Judy, if I didn't see you before, hello, hello. Okay. You want to do our drawings now? You know what? This week's winner of the postcard is going to get an autumn postcard because I cut some strips this morning and I'm going to sew today. I have told myself I'm going to do it. I'm going to sew. All right, so we're going to do our drawings. The first one we will do is for the postcard. So we're going to go to the video from 2 weeks ago, which is the September 4th video. We're going to find a winner and see who wins the postcard. And I apologize that this can't pop up on the screen. Whoops. Congratulations to Miss Ellen from GQUATTRADITIONZS. Congratulations. I don't think she won recently, right? No, she hasn't won. Oh, goodness. Hi, April. Oh, thank you, Gloria. Everyone, Brenda, thank you. All right, now we need, so now we're going to need a winner. Oops, I gotta do this again. I had my link put in there and it didn't stay there. I gotta grab it again. It stayed for the first winner, but I tried to have everything prepped. And I'm going to use the word fabric in the advanced option. And we're going to get a winner based on that. I wrote in fabric and spell check put fabricated. No, we don't want the word fabricated. We want the word fabric. I know what I want. So, let's see. Reading comments. Thank you, Brenda. Hi, Janice. She says hello. I'll have to catch the replay. That's fine, too. We don't mind that. Fold out up an autumn table runner you did previously. I love the fabric choices. Yeah, that's the one I can't find. I can't find it. Okay, here we go. All right, who do we have? I went to do it and I know who won, but I hit the button and I went to the next person. You know, I have to be honest because the first person to get it should have gotten it, and it was SewTerie. But what it does is there's a button in the middle of it, and I went to go like this so I could like put it where you guys can see it, and I hit the pick another random YouTuber. So SewTerie has won the fabric from My Fabric Addiction 1 this week. So congratulations to our very own SewTerie, who I know will put this to good use. Congratulations. Let's see. But yes, I think I would like to make another autumn table runner. I have another one to make. Today is our son-in-law's birthday, and our daughter's birthday was just 2 days ago. So their birthdays are right together, and that's who was going to get the Japanese fabric table runner. And I'm going to make it reversible. You know, like, I don't know what I'm putting on the other side, but one of them that I made for them had autumn fabric on one side and holiday Christmas fabric on the other. So, yeah. Oh, goodness. Terry, you would like to pay it forward. You won it fair and square, my dear. You can use it to make something because you give to charity. We all want you to win too. That's very sweet of you, but you won fair and square. Honor says, Marie, you'll find your items where you've already looked. Ask me how I know. You know what's funny is, hi Joanna. Joanna Jennings is here. Hello, hello. And there's Kelley's Quilts and Cruises. Hello. She says I'm late, but it's only 7:30. We know. I know. The time changes. Goodness, what was I going to say? I started to say something. Oh, I think I know where the table runner is. My husband and I think that it probably got stuck with the Halloween stuff because we kind of decorate the porch a little bit for the kids for Halloween. And I bet when that stuff got put away, I probably said, well, the table runner's still out. So I'm thinking the table runner and my pillow sham are there. I don't know about my purse. So I can't imagine why that would be with the Halloween stuff, but you know, yeah. Andrea says she's been looking for her serger for a couple of months now. I understand these kinds of things. In fact, speaking of sergers, I've thought about them, but I don't sew clothing other than, like I said, possibly getting into this project Dress-A-Girl, which I just love the whole thing about it is just, if you haven't read about it, you really, really should. But I think for that, I mean, if I were to get into that, a serger might be a good idea. Good morning, Charlotte. She says, good morning, Marie and fellow scrappers. And Joanna had said good morning with a wave. Maybe you pack things away in your purse, says Terie. Well, that could be too. RV Quilter Quilt Quest. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names, but I don't know your first name, but thank you. She says, I love to see your background. All the sewing stuff just makes me smile. Well, thank you. Anyone want to come organize it for me? I'm teasing. Oh, goodness. Kathy says, I refuse to buy a new bodkin. It's here somewhere. I know. Don't you hate it when you know you have something and you need it? Can't find it. Yeah, that is true. Kathleen Kendall, well, good morning. She says, good sunny morning from Unity, Maine. I purchased a scrap bundle from my fabric addiction. Love it. I'm so glad, Kathleen. What's the temperature like there? It's about, I think, 72 right before I went on at 10. And it's a beautiful day here in Aroostook County. It really, truly is. Yeah. Lots of people saying good morning in there. So I apologize. Usually I can talk a blue streak. So for anyone who missed it, I met a subscriber this past week and a half. I guess it's been over a week now, but that was purely coincidental. I just thought it was very funny the way it happened, and I thought, afterwards I should have said, would you like to get a picture, and we could have posted it, but it is what it is. I just thought it was pretty cool. Oh, Andrea says, that is why I have been looking for the cord. I have dresses cut out and I do not want to do French seams. What cord are you looking for, Andrea? I forget, if you don't mind reminding me. If I cannot find it, I will have to do flat fold seams. Terie says she has a set of everything by each of her machines, so you can imagine what it looks like, a mini factory. I would imagine that would be it. Richard, and yes, Richard had mentioned earlier, and I started to read it, that he had done one of the dresses. I know there's quite a few patterns now. I think when they first started there was only a few for that project Dress-A-Girl, but thank you for doing those, Richard. He says, before I had a serger, I used my overlock foot on my sewing machine to make the edging. Yep, that's definitely a possibility for me. Thank you, everyone who is reminding everyone to hit the like button, smash the like button, squish it, squash it. Let's see how quick we can make it to 20,000. We're not too far from 20,000, are we, Lisa? We are not, thanks to everyone. Well, hi, Kathy. Kathy Skurlock says, hello, everyone working on your fall table runner. Well, yay, we were just talking about that. Are you new to the chat? Because I don't remember seeing your name before. And if you are, welcome. And you get the happy dance if it is. Oh, your serger cord. I see. Okay, Andrea. I was going to say, because a friend of mine gifts me a lot of things, like what I sent you, the elastic cord. I have some stuff, I don't even know what it's used other than sewing clothes. I would have to look. I don't even know where it is right now. But there was something that had a cord in it. I can't remember what it is now. I apologize. I guess I should have just but yeah, I bet you can get a replacement cord. Oh, 75. You're just a little bit above us, Kathleen. Yeah, thank you. Could you do a sew on using the Scrappy bundle? Yeah, Kathleen, I took one of those Scrappy strip packs from my fabric addiction and I made curtains for downstairs. We have these two huge TV stands, I guess, for lack of a better word, for 55-inch TV. And at the bottom, there's all these shelves. And I bought a tension rod, and then I took those strips, I just straightened them. Whatever the width was what the width was. I just, squared them off or whatever. Sewed them all together and made a little, just a hanging curtain. But yes, I can definitely put that on my to-do list. Thank you so much. And yes, I hope anyone who does make some of the projects posts on the Facebook group. I realize I am behind, but there's so many great people on there who will see your projects, and I will eventually get there, I promise. So yes, let's see, I would love to make those dresses and get on board making them and sending them. How? Okay, so the first thing you do is in the description box below the video, you'll find, actually, maybe I should let Terie answer that in the chat. Do you mind, Terie? I don't know if there's more than one place to send them. Okay. But you could start with the links below. I gave a video where she unboxed a lot of the dresses that people had donated, and I would imagine in the description box of that video is all the information you would need. And as Terie says, the dresses are so needed. These girls have nothing, and now they will have something beautiful. Yes, and I sat there and I watched it, all the beautiful colors, all the fabrics put together, the gorgeous pockets. Terie had her pockets slanted, which is just phenomenal. And I was saying to Terie during that video that my mother would love watching that video, because my mother always sewed the majority of our clothes when we were growing up. And she had all these little tips and tricks. And of course she was sewing on a Singer 1591. That's been the machine she's had for years and years. But she had, everything was perfection. And I remember on our smock tops and our dresses, our pockets were slanted, and I saw Terie do the same thing, so my heart was like, aww. Oh, let's see. I have missed a whole lot of chit-chatting there. Fran says, I was here when you first started. It's been quite a while since I've watched. Congratulations on almost 20,000. Well, thank you, Fran. And yes, I know you have been here probably since one of my first videos. I remember your name coming up. Kelley says, I use Marie's fall runner instructions to make myself one for Christmas. That's awesome. That is awesome. Andrea had her serger cord 2 months ago, so she knows it's buried under her piles of fabric. I did that with one of my prescription medications. I had it in one of those AM, PM, and I had 2 days worth. I had 1 day in the AM and 1 day in the PM, and still somewhere in the sewing room is 2 days worth of a prescription medication. Like, yay. So I have done the same thing, only with something different, because I think we've all done it. Charlotte says it's 77 degrees in East Texas. Well, that's not too bad. My goodness. All right. But yes, and that is true. Lisa says, welcome back, Fran. And yes, welcome back. We always love to have everyone here. It's always wonderful. Lukey, thank you so much for hanging out with us. She said she has to go. Have a great week, everyone, and hugs. Well, hugs right back to you. And Andrea says she has a playlist on her channel for Project Dress a Girl. That's awesome. Okay. And if you could, I'll check. I know I am subscribed, but I'll have to go check that out. I didn't know that. So thank you for that, Andrea. Thank you for that. Maybe we'll have to do your channel here coming up. Let me write that down. Anyone who wants to give me the name of a channel to spotlight, because I spotlight one each week, you just let me know. She said, oh, bedtime for me. I'll watch a replay tomorrow. Have a good sleep. Hi, Kimberly. Hello, hello. Hope everything is going well for you. It's good to see you. And Terie loves her 1591. Yeah. And there's Terry's link. Thank you, Terie. It's both in the chat and I have it in the description box below the video where she shows all the dresses that she made. And she doesn't use a new machine. She's not using one with fancy stitches. You know what I mean? That's it. And Georgina, aw, she says, working on my chicken, whoops, it's chicken foot lap quilt. I couldn't see because it was the lowest comment down there and there's a great big heart emoji and all I could see was part of the word chicken. Hi, Jill. Jill says hello to everyone. Yeah, Kimberly, we didn't know if you got lost on the ranch or where you were. No, I'm teasing you. Hi, Linda. Linda says, almost missed the live. Again, LOL. Well, you're here. You got it. You made it. I don't have anything else to talk about because, you know, I'm kind of out for the week, but we're still glad you're here. It's one of those days where I have to figure out what I'm going to cook, and it, like yesterday was so humid, and I did end up, I tried to make chicken fajitas last night. I don't know what I did wrong, but they were really bland, and I cooked the chicken and then I seasoned it. Of course, I'm trying to go low sodium, so I didn't use a lot of salt, but even besides that, something wasn't quite right, and I just couldn't, yeah. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you guys have seen this. Anyone new might not have seen this. You see this bracelet hooks with a button, and it has a knot right there. This one was made to match my Aerosmith, my black t-shirts, and it was made by Lisa Marie Esposito, who's one of our admins here. So if you don't already know, she has a lot of stuff that she sells, and she has her page, her Facebook group, and then she has Country Treasures by Lisa Marie, and her links are down below as well if you'd like to check it out. Oh, the girls are getting to the links there. And yes, Terie says, love seeing all of you here and chatting. Such a joy to get together, isn't it? It really is. And then Terie asks Marie, how is Jack the cat? Funny, funny, funny you should ask. I know, I hear the groans, I hear the, uh-oh, what did Jack do now? Is she in trouble? For anyone who doesn't know, Jack is a female cat that we took in. She was feral, living on her own outside the local Subway shop. And we've had her 3 years this November, and she has calmed down some, but she can be a bit of a handful. Well, she laid my leg open the other day. I walked past her yesterday and she cuffed me yesterday morning, and so I have a line about like that. But more than that, a friend of mine in Scotland sent me flowers for my birthday, and they're gorgeous. They're in a vase in the center of the table. I was doing dishes the other day and I hear this weird sound, and I turn around and Jack is gnawing on a leaf to my... I don't know what it is with this cat. It's like, if there's anything odd or unusual that she can do, that's what she does. That's just what she does. Speaking of gifts and all that, like the flowers, I forgot to tell you guys, one of our daughters got me a digital photo frame, and I've seen them before, and I thought, oh yeah, maybe one of these days. I didn't think I'd like it as much as I do. I sat there and uploaded photos to it, and what's cool is, like, I'm gonna say Lisa. Let's say that Lisa, I give her a code to connect to my digital photo frame. She can send me photos, you know, or you can just send them to someone whose code you have. So what's great about that is, you know, the kids, the grandkids can get the code and send me photos, send us photos. So it's really great. It's really great. Oh, goodness. Oh, Kelley says, I just went to check Andrea's channel. I thought I was subscribed, but I guess not. Fixed it. I am now subscribed. That's awesome. And also, for anyone whose channel I'm subscribed to, you will not see my name. So just to let you know, because I've had a couple of people say, oh, I thought you were subscribed, but I didn't see you. That's because all my subscriptions and my playlists, other than the ones for my channel, are all private. So, like, I have playlists that, you know, that might be music, it might be whatever, but I figure that's my little set of privacy. So that's, anyway. So if you have a channel and I tell you I'm subscribed, I promise I am. It's just not going to show my name because, you know. And a few times I was on channels where it said, you know, to be in the prize winning or whatever, in the running for a prize, you have to be a subscriber. Well, you can't always prove that because if you have your settings like mine. But yes, that's exciting, Kelley. Thank you so much. And Lisa Marie, you're very welcome. See, I love my Singer 301, which I resurrected from my cellar, cleaned up, and it runs like it did in the 50s. That is awesome. I love that. So I know Terie does too, and so many of us. And I have a machine right over here, and I got it easily 5 or 6 weeks ago. And I was going to make a YouTube short from it, and I haven't yet. And it just seems like I always go to do something and something comes up. But it's basically a knockoff $15.91, and I believe it's from the 40s. And right, bam, sewed perfectly. I threaded it up through a bob. The bobbin was in it. I left the same needle in, put a piece of fabric underneath there, and it's sewed perfectly. So, yeah. Oh goodness, and Carla says, my Singer 403A is still running like a champ. That's awesome. I am so glad. Amanda says that my kitten's funny. Oh, she's a joy, Amanda. I can't tell you how much. I gotta scroll back up. Your kitty's too funny. Yeah, she's a joy. Oh goodness, let's see. Kelley says, thanks Terie for the plug. My last design part for the community round robin quilt uploaded a couple of hours ago. That's awesome. Anyone who is subscribed, or maybe you're not subscribed to Kelley Quilts and Cruises, you can go check that out. Lisa said, I got all 176 chicken butts stuffed and sewn. Big sigh. Now to string them. Prosperity hens. I guess I'll have to look that up. Richard says, we had a cat once that would knock over a vase and chew on the flowers. We always had to make sure that they were out of reach. Yeah, I have to put the flowers in the coat closet at night. That's what we have to do because Jack just won't leave anything alone. Deb S says, my subscriptions are private too. Yeah, so I'm not the only one, right? But yeah, I had someone who was just starting out and she's like, Marie, I thought you said you subscribed to me, but you didn't. And I'm like, but I did. So I took a screenshot from my page that showed me subscribed, and I explained to her that, you know, it's just because I have my settings on private. Good morning, Debbie. Debbie from DVD Stitch Art is here. Kathleen Champ says, good morning. I thought that was Robin Williams saying that. Oh, I want to say a giant thank you. Got the gift from Kimberly at My Fabric Addiction. Lovely. Oh, that's awesome. We're so glad. We're so glad. And Barb says, did you do the word of the day yet? I did. What season is it? Begins with an A. Lisa says, Terie, I'm vintage and I have a machine. Does that count? Oh, there must have been a question about vintage people like myself. Terie says she had a cat that used his claw to get the pantry open and spill the cat food out and feed himself. They're smart though, aren't they? Kelley said she got half her coffee in her and enjoyed the chat, but now the dogs need feeding. You enjoy your day, Kelley. Thank you for dropping in. We always enjoy your visits. Yep. Oh, hi Gladys. Hello, hello. Let's see. Jill says, oh, I have 20 hens ready to string. You girls have been busy. I got to get busy. Well, listen, everyone. I want to thank you for hanging out with me today. It's all going on 11 o'clock, and I'm going to go see if my husband wants some lunch. Probably just leftovers from last night. Terie wants to know where Dave is. That was so funny. I think about that all the time. That was... We always have good chats, but that was an especially good one, wasn't it, girls? Yeah. Well, why I say girls is the admin girls who were there at the time. They know what I'm talking about. Andrea says, when I get a couple of good cameras, I'll be adding more content to my channel besides just announcing my patterns. Yeah, see, I don't use a camera, though, Andrea. I use my phone. Like right now, I'm using, for live streams, I use my laptop. And for everything else, I use my camera. Or my phone, I mean. I wouldn't know how to work a camera. I just don't think I would. Let's see. Okay, Kathleen, I see you use the word, but it won't count there, sweetheart. You have to use it in the comments below the video. When this is all done, you're going to comment below the video. It will say comments, and you'll click and you'll do it there because it can't pick up the live chat, unfortunately, but I do love your comment. How do you subscribe privately? I'd have to be in my settings to know that, Gloria, but there is a way when you go into YouTube and you go in your settings, you can, okay, let's say when I make a new playlist. Let's say I made a playlist called Household Goods, you know, for when I make pot holders or whatever, and I put it in there. Each playlist I can put whether it's private or shared, which is how I did that. So it's probably similar to that, but it's in your settings on YouTube. All right, everyone. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I appreciate all the happy thoughts, you guys, and I especially enjoy the company. So thank you so much for everything, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. And remember, be kind out there. The world needs more of that. And I'll see you next time, whenever that is, right here at Marie's Scrappy Creations. And don't forget, if you're not subscribed,